What up? What up? What is going on, everyone? Happy new comic book day. Happy Whiplash Wednesday. It's like Christmas Day. Every single week of the year. Always for us comic book fans. The new comic books every week. We gotta love that, right, guys? Always. I never get tired of saying that because it's true. We get Christmas every single week. And even though the new Christmas holiday is upon us, it's still Christmas for us once a week, every week. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. I still got the Halloween theme going on here because I'm not over the Halloween yet. I'm not ready. I'm not quite ready. Everybody, like when I kind of said this earlier in my hall show, Darth Timo. Excellent, excellent, excellent. If y'all didn't see it, hopefully y'all check it out on the rewind. It was a lot of fun. Great AOK from Darth Timo. Um, I am blessed. I'm blessed. So check out that video, see what I got. It was a lot of fun. Love doing it. It ended up being like a 22-minute show, but it should have been like a 5, 6, 7-minute show. But I was talking to everybody. You guys know what I do. You know what I mean? Of course, it's Whiplash Wednesday, so I had to plug everybody in. So real quick, this is Whiplash Wednesday. Of course, I just showed. I started off. I was a starter today, so that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy because we got to see the hall show from Nick. Nick Comic Culture just popped up. I got to see a little bit of it because I was getting ready for the show and stuff like that. But I'm gonna go back and watch it again on the rewind, so he gets double the watches for me. So I'm glad he was able to make that because there was no cadet video, which is my favorite. But I miss the toys. I miss the toys. But books were late this week. Diamond, gotta love Diamond, right? So at least he was able to get in his horror video and his book. So I'm happy for that. So that's part of Whiplash Wednesday. Of course, chatting with the community. TM had a wonderful show with Caroline. So um I sang the song earlier, but I don't know if I can sing it again. It's kind of tough for a Yankee fan to sing that song. So but great show, guys. Check that out on the rewind. That was a fabulous show. I kind of wanted to be there for the premiere of that. I kind of want to rewatch it myself. But I went to go get my books and things didn't work out. I couldn't even get in there. But gonna watch that on the rewind. Chatting with the community, one of my favorite shows of Whiplash Wednesdays. And of course, we got our show here. Today we're talking Spider-Man. Me and my man Sam Stangleweb. We'll talk about that in a minute. Closing tonight won't be the Tomorrow Show. It'll be Comickings Brandon. How to create a successful relaunch. Crisis on Infinite Rants. Him, Missing Link. They're gonna be on the closing tonight. The closers of Whiplash Wednesday. So right after this show, they're gonna be on. I'm guessing 8 o'clock again. Usually tomorrow's show starts at 8:30, so I don't know if his show's starting at 8:30. Brandon, if you're on the chats, let me know. But that should be a lot of fun. He's closing us. He's our closer. I started, he closed, and I guess I came in for middle relief too. But enough with the rambling, because I gotta bring my guy in because there's another show I want to promote for tomorrow, and I want him to be on here so we can promote because he's gonna be on this show too. So without further ado, the man, my partner, the champion, my man Sam. What's going on, Sam?
What's up?
Sam from Sam
Oh,
Web.
what's up? I was just getting cool, getting in the zone. Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, you know what's going on right now, Sam? Guess
What's
what's
going
just
on?
happening right now? I'm
Everything is
getting,
cool.
I'm getting the slow motion thing again. Oh no! I hear Sam. Oh, what is going on? Wow, I don't know how to fix that.
Come
Oh,
on now. We don't have to go there. What happened? Can everybody hear me? Am I okay?
Yeah. Wow.
Am I doing that thing?
I don't know. It's becoming like a weekly thing with this slow motion thing.
What's going on?
What did we
people?
do? Did you pop out last time or did I pop out? I don't even remember.
Yeah, I can pop out. I'll
All right,
see if
let's
that
see if
helps.
that works.
We'll see if that helps.
Oh boy, man. Guys, I'm hearing the slow motion thing. I hope you guys can hear it. Let me go to the chats real quick before Sam's comes back. You guys probably hear him right, but I can't. So real quick, I'm gonna go to the chat real quick. Fargate Station, my man, how you doing? Station. TM Nerdy Station. Pete Klum Station. Eric the Stash Station, my man. Comickings, hey yo, Station, Comickings, Comic Craze Herm and Sammy Two-Tone Wells. Big ups to you too. Station, my man. Thank you so much. Let's go. Yeah. We were a little bit late. We're a little bit late. I'm trying to get the audio, make sure it's good and all that, and it's still messed up on me. Hoping Sammy could pop up back in here. Christmas every Wednesday. Merry Christmas, son. Yes, sir. Two Gun Pedro, my man. Pew pew. In the chat. Prime time. Tom. What's up, Tom? Bobby De La Ghetto Hardcore Station. I feel like I haven't said that in a while on the show, so I'm happy you popped in. Thank you so much for popping in, my man. And Too Sweet. New World Order Comics. Biggie Shaq, what is going on? We want Slammer. Yeah, man. We got a big show coming tomorrow. The wrestling show. Hey, everyone, Station. Happy New Comic Day, everyone. From the lady. You know what I'm saying? The mastermind of everything. JT, John Thomas. Can't wait for you. See you tomorrow on the show. We're about to announce. I mean, we already know. We've been announced it, but Brother Joe, the start for tomorrow's show. I just wanted to make sure I hit up everybody before I bring my homeboy in. Back in it's Sam and Herm in the Matrix slow-mo. Yeah, man. It's just like it's happening like every freaking time for a MacBook Pro. Yeah. But let me bring Sam in. Let me see if it happens again. So Sammy, Station.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
No, don't do that, man.
Oh, sorry.
Don't do that, man. I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like not use a headphone for now. I'm afraid of those headphones. I think those things clog my. Hey. I'm not using those anymore.
hey, those headphones got a curse on them or something. I don't know what's happening.
Some kind of curse. I was kind of want to go get my Beats and see if I could hear you better, but we'll work. I could work with this. You guys can hear me good. As long as you guys can hear me, we could do a show. You know what I'm saying? But like I was trying to say earlier, before like audio wants to like try to stop us, this tag team dynamic duo. You know what I'm saying? But they can't stop us. But yeah. So Sam, I'm kind of excited. We're gonna do it. Yes, we're here for the Spider-Man review. We're gonna review issue 75.
Yeah, man.
76.
6.
And 77. You know what I'm saying? We do have a little bit. I have a little bit of show and tell for you. Sam, how was your day? Were you able to get your books today?
I was able to get my books today, but not for me. For me personally, not a lot of stuff came out, but I was able to get some good stuff, and I ran into Mr. Van going on the road, Bueller.
Mr. Really busy. You know what I'm saying? Getting that van ready. It's coming on. I love the progress he's going through that van.
But I noticed he told me that he always cleans up before he takes a picture. Because it's usually a mess. So
yeah. So
yeah.
I love the pictures that I see from him.
Yeah.
What can I say? It's pretty exciting. He's gonna go around with this thing. You know what I mean? He's trying to make it as comfortable as he can. He's a handyman. You can see that. You know what I mean? Very talented.
Very. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to when he comes to New York, we're gonna have to put him to work over here. You know what I mean? I don't even know if I can afford him though. I don't know how the Portland guys. You know, I don't know how much you guys charge. You know.
Oh, I don't know.
What are you gonna do, right?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, man. So real quick, like I know we've been talking for a while, but it's all good. We're having fun, right, guys?
Yeah.
Tomorrow, before we get to today's review, tomorrow we got an important show, a quarterly show. You know, we did one during the summer. Now we're doing a second one. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you're gonna be in there, so I might as well talk about it. But yeah, he was just in the chat. So live on YouTube, everything wrestling talk with Brother Joe and Sam. Sam's gonna be here. A November to remember tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. Hope you guys could be there. It's gonna be a wrestling show. I do have something planned out for it, but those wrestling shows, it's gonna be like a battle royal. That's what Brother Joe wants. He wants a battle royal, November to remember. So what I'm gonna do.
We also want to make sure that we give Brother Joe the stage so he can say what he wants to say about his wrestling stuff.
Yeah. It's gonna we're gonna have like a good 20 minutes to a half hour, but
yeah,
he said he wants a battle royal. So any wrestling fans, Biggest Shaq, if you're still watching, if you want to join in, we talk wrestling and stuff.
nice.
It's gonna be mayhem. You know, people gonna be popping in. You don't have to pop in the whole show. People popping in, popping out. Making sure as many people, if there's a lot of people interested, and then we're gonna eliminate them as they come in, tell their stories. Sam, it should be a lot of fun. I can't wait to do that. Last time it was just such a ball. Everybody came in, everybody talked. I had a whole thing planned, and it went out the window. I didn't know half of what I was planning because we had so much fun. So yeah, so anybody wrestling fan, let me know. I'll DM you, or maybe I'll drop the link on the bottom when the show starts. Wrestling, try to make it wrestling only. You know what I mean? I mean, you have comic books related to wrestling, that'd be pretty cool too. I didn't pull out mine. I don't know if there's gonna be much of a show and tell because there's gonna be a lot of talking. You know what I mean? A lot. That show goes pretty fast. Do you remember the first show? How fast that went?
Yeah, it went real quick. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was just total mayhem. So yeah. So if let's go to comics real quick. Bobby's having fun. Everyone, touch that like button. It makes Big Herm feel good. Thank you, Station to that. Thank you so much, John Thomas. Sam doing the bid. Real rude, Station, bro. Thanks for joining, man. You joining earlier, joining now, man. I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Hi, Mom. How you doing, Mom?
Hey.
I love my mama. She says hello. Sam knows about popping in and popping out. No show and tell. Oh, so Brother Joe says no show and tell this time. No show and tell. Just us talking wrestling.
Okay.
Like, all right. We're gonna save that show and tell for the January show. Well,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, well, what I try to do is do a show before one of the major WWE pay-per-views. They got the 4. You know what I mean? You have SummerSlam, you got Survivor Series coming up, and it's like Survivor Series not next week, but I try to do it close to it. Royal Rumble coming up January, and then WrestleMania towards the beginning of April. So we're trying to have a show, a quarterly wrestling show, you know, so we chop it up about wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And John Thomas said he wants a rematch, and he's gonna be there, and he's gonna eliminate everybody. Oh man, Tom, I don't know, man. You've been busy, man. You can join us if you know any wrestling. You can be on there too if you want SmackDown with Brother Joe and tag team with Sam and Herm.
Hey, it's good to see my buddy Tom up in here.
Tom, yeah, prime time, Tom. Let's go, baby. So yeah. So again, we went crazy talking a lot of minutes just talking about this wrestling show, but I can't stress enough how much fun it's gonna be, and I can't wait to do that with you tomorrow. You have anything planned? You have anything you want to talk about?
Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe a little bit. I mean, I know you got the AEW stuff, which is on fire right now and all that, but WWE is still right there with them. You know what I mean? So it's a modern day. It's not Monday Night Wars because they're not going head to head on a day, but it's like it gives you like the feel of that. You know what I mean? So
it's starting to, yes.
Right.
Yes.
So yeah. Although there's other promotions now, so there's like more than just 2 now. There's so many others. So wrestling, there's a lot of it. Day and age, mucho wrestling. You know what I mean? So enough of that, man. Why are we here? I don't even remember. We here for a reason.
We're here to talk about Spider-Man Beyond.
Spider-Man Beyond. Yes. So Spider-Man Beyond, might as well talk about it real quick. I'm going to cover issue 75. Sam's going to cover 70, 76, and I'll cover 77. And of course, this one's a new beginning for our guy Spider-Man. I love this Patrick Gleason cover. You know what I'm saying? Gorgeous, love it. And overall, before we get to the issue,
and then you can fold it out, and it could be
oh
like that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Give you a solo.
I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, that's the back part. Yep.
So,
heck yeah, man. So get back into it. So yeah, this is a new team. You know what I'm saying? They got a lineup of a team now. And
yeah.
What do you think? Because we just covered the Nick Spencer one, which a lot of people don't want to talk about anymore. It's like
we'll go there.
We're done with that. We're done with that. But So far, before we get to the meat of it, are you enjoying this new team and how they're doing things?
You know what? It's a fresh new time on the Amazing Spider-Man book, and I gotta say, I am enjoying it for the most part.
Yes, yeah. I know. There's people like not really happy that Peter Parker is gonna step aside for a little bit. Like, oh my God, Ben Reilly! Oh my God, you know what I mean? But
it's not gonna last.
It's not. Yeah, it's for a little while. They're trying to like give Peter Parker a little bit of a break. You know what I mean? Like there was a lot of negativity towards the last one, whether people liked it or not. A lot of people didn't. So this is a fresh new start. Of course, we already know that they're lining up to go to issue 900. So 900 probably be the new team. Whoever is gonna be the permanent writer, which a lot of people are saying Chip now. Like that's up in the air. Like Chip. So do you really think it's gonna be Chip Zdarsky on the Spider-Man one?
It's a strong possibility. Yeah.
And so I always thought maybe want somebody in this team, Zeb Wells, Saladin Ahmed, my girl Kelly Thompson, Patrick Gleason starting to get part of the plot, you know what I mean? So he's not just drawing, he's part of the plot team. They have a whole team going. And it's probably 18, 19 issues. And they're not including the dot. There's some dot issues coming that people are like afraid of. But people are really mad about those dot issues. I don't think it's needed, but we'll see what happens when they come out. But I love the fresh start. I love Ben Reilly. I grew up with the Clone Saga, which is like a lot of people's least favorite. I haven't read it in a long time. I do want to do a reread of that, maybe cover it one day. You know what I mean? I don't know. We want to cover it here one day, but maybe. You know what I mean? Yeah. So cover a few issues, or maybe not the whole run or something. Maybe we'll talk about it in the future. But so I'm a Ben Reilly fan. I like Ben Reilly. I like the original Scarlet Spider costume. So this is the new costume. Do you like his new costume? I know we talked about this a little bit in the past, but what do you think of the new costume? And it's like kind of a little different. Like
I gotta say it's starting to grow on me.
Because it's kind of like his old Spider-Man when he became the Spider-Man for a while. And you see the style he used to have. They just moved the spider a little bit more up. You know what I mean? So I'm glad you got Kate Titus from Japan, Station, my man, from the Rising Sun. Nice. Station, Sam, Darth Timo, Sam and chat. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming on. I love the old Scarlet Spidey suit. Yeah, me too.
Oh yeah.
So now that we discussed it, we're gonna hit this issue right here. This issue, of course, it's this again. You know what I mean? Zeb Wells, Patrick Gleason on the art, which I freaking love Patrick Gleason. When you see the art, and he's my favorite artist right now. Current artist. I love me some Patrick Gleason. So love that he's drawing this. I thought he was just gonna be writing, but of course, you have a talent. You gotta draw it too. You know what I'm saying? So this we start here with a young Peter Parker walking with Aunt May, and he's chewing on some gum and all that. And she's like, "Where do you get that gum, Peter? Where do you get that gum?" And he looks at her. He pretty much intercepted the gum from a store, started chewing in front of her, like he got himself busted. So she made him go back to the store and apologize, and end up paying for the gum and all that. And because Aunt May wasn't having it. No stealing, not even gum. There's no swapping. You know what I'm saying? Which makes her, awesome aunt, awesome mother figure to Peter Parker. Yeah. And then like later on that day, he goes down to Uncle Ben, and Uncle Ben's, not really yelling at him, because Uncle Ben doesn't yell. No. Kind of telling him, you have the responsibility talk comes. You have a lot of responsibility that you just because no one's watching you do it doesn't mean it's not you're doing the right thing. You're doing the wrong thing. Like, it's always good to do the right thing even when no one's watching. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's the lesson I learned.
It's about the character of how you are.
Exactly. So that anybody who reads Spider-Man know Uncle Ben. That's pretty much Zeb Wells covered that pretty well. Did a good job. And then as he turns around, you see a little bit of a spider down. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's pretty cool. Peter Parker's like really scared, and out of nowhere you see a Ben, like Uncle weird. Ben without a face. You know what I'm saying? You want to show that?
It's kind of weird.
Right there, boom. Without a face. I mean, what is going on there, man?
That's pretty wicked looking, huh?
Yeah. So Peter Parker wakes up from a dream. He's like in a panic, like he's sweating. He's like still. I mean, everything that happened with Kendrick and all that with Harry Osborn and all that. So he has that fresh on his mind, and I like that they didn't try to ignore that. You know what I mean? They put that in the thing, so he's getting ready like normal. You know what I mean? And he's thinking, he's shaving. He looks at a bunch of bills. Like Parker Luck. That's pretty much what happens. I guess he's always gonna be broke, even though he's a brilliant man. You know what I'm saying? But he starts talking. He starts climbing a building. Starts getting ready to be Spider-Man. And who interrupts him?
There you go. Look at that.
Yep.
That's some good art right there, buddy.
Like without a mask, you know what I mean? Like we just went through a whole thing with you, bro. With not having a mask, you know what I'm saying?
Bro. Yeah.
It's almost like one more day keeps coming back. So so who interrupts him out of nowhere? Boom.
Oh,
Ben Parker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right there.
We don't know that yet, but another Spider-Man comes out of nowhere. But we know who it is. He comes out of nowhere, fling, swimming around. Peter's like, "What? Hey, Spider-Man, what gives?" And so he's automatically thinking maybe he comes from another dimension or something like that. He tries to tell him, "Hey, what's going on here?" And then the figure goes, "Shh." Then he keeps going, and then Peter Parker tries to web him, but he cannot web him. Like it goes right off his new suit. It's some kind of a suit that he's wearing. So Peter's not liking that. He's like, "Ooh, really?" So he takes they're on top of where they're building the building. I forgot what you call it, or a shaffle. He takes the front of it and like kind of bends it to try to stop Ben Reilly. And
but that ain't stopping.
What happened?
I said, but that's not stopping him.
That's not stopping. He crunches right through it. You know what I mean? And then out of nowhere, some like spider wrap thing comes out of nowhere and completely wraps Peter.
It's a spinneret.
What?
It's called a spinneret.
Spinner wrap. There you go. And there's like this blue thing, and it ties him up, and then it ends up saying, a computerized saying, "You will be released in 1 hour. Please use this time to reflect on your life." So literally, like the webbing, it takes
Yeah,
an
yeah,
hour for it to open
yeah.
up. So he's stuck there, and that's the end of that confrontation. So the next morning on the Empire State University, Peter's starting to go to class and all that. He
Yeah.
starts talking to his classmates and all that, and he's trying to say like, yeah, I was late. Yeah, I haven't been making the classes, and they're like, why not? The whole classes thing. Him missing time and all that happens
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
And then out of nowhere, a handsome blonde young man that looks exactly like him, but he's blonde. It's been a while. So where he goes, oh yeah, he goes, hello Peter, it's been a while. And he's like, Ben? And I'm like, he's like, yeah, got a sec? Let me drink already.
There you go.
My throat's already getting dry. So last night, that was me, guilty. He's like, guilty, that was me. My bad. And he's like, yeah, but I'm back and all that. He's like, he was trying to chase him and all that, so he's trying to get an explanation on what's going on. So he goes, yeah, they didn't, they didn't allow me to say too much. They're watching and hearing. And he's like, they? Who's they? Who is they? Sam? I don't know. Who's they?
I don't know.
So
it's like a backlog, bro. What is it? I don't know.
What is that exactly? What's a backlog, bro?
Yeah.
So now they go to like a little dinner, and like Ben's like, telling them, and he's like, I have something to tell you, but he like doesn't know how to tell him. And then Peter's like, that's how I look when when I'm gonna get bad news. You know what I'm saying? Because he's literally looking at himself, but blonde.
Yeah.
So because he is a clone, Ben is a clone. He's like, have you heard of the Beyond Corporation? He's like, no, I'm a crappy businessman. You know what I mean? Because everything that happened when the Empire, the whole Peter Corporation, all that industries, Starks, what was it? Parker Industries.
Parker Industries.
And he starts telling them, well, yeah, they asked me to be Spider-Man and all that, gave me the suit and all that, like they're paying me good money to do this, and and it looks like he was gonna give Spidey ask him if he could be it, but pretty much he was like, oh no. Peter's like, so this is how you're trying to give me the news you want to be Spider-Man? He's like, oh no, I'm already doing it, I'm just letting you know. You know what I mean? That was kind of messed up, right?
It was, yeah, it was very messed up. Yeah.
Yeah, so they start talking, then you see a dude trying to steal money, a tip from somebody, because they're in a restaurant.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, you do not want to do that right now. And he looks at him like, okay.
Yeah.
So he doesn't steal it. And then Peter starts going, I am Spider-Man. What are you talking about? And he's like, well, look at me, I'm Spider-Man too. You know what I mean? And he's like, I wore the suit too and all that. So he's pretty much, they're going back and forth and stuff like that. And he's like, everything makes perfect. I mean, you can sit in the sidelines if you want to, you know what I mean? You can finally get your break. And then Peter's like, no, I don't want that. You know what I mean? There's no way I want that. And then he's like, this is what I'm doing. I hope you're okay with it. And then Peter's like, this is a lot to take in, all this you're giving me with and all that. He's like, you're asking me to share Spider-Man with you. He's like, actually, and this isn't fun to say, I want to be honest, I'm not asking. He's like, oh. And I'm like, oh no, they made me an offer and I accepted it. The money's good, you know what I mean? And so pretty much that's right, because the money's good and he's doing good, it's okay for him to be Spider-Man. That's what he's telling Peter. Peter's not happy with it. And then he just leaves. He's like, I got there paying me stupid money, and then see you out there. And he leaves, and then Spider's like, Peter Parker's like, oh,
yeah,
he's back. because there's been a lot of problems in the past with the whole clone conspiracy and all that, and the resurrection, the whole history of Ben Reilly. But there was a lot of good things that happened during the Clone Saga, him trying to be a hero. You know what I'm saying? So there was good stuff too. But so he's a little iffy about it. So far that's the story we get. So
and he's walking around. He's walking around with Peter Parker's face, but he's blonde.
But he's blind. Yeah. I guess like nobody's gonna recognize it because he's blind. It's kind of like Superman as Clark Kent with the glasses.
Yeah.
Oh, he's blind. Oh, that's not the same guy.
Yeah.
So, so what's funny is he's web slinging with the suit, with the mask off and everything, like you know what I mean. He ends up in the building, I guess is where his home is, and he's like, it smells fantastic. And right there, another red-headed girl, his girl Janine, which is part of the Clone Saga. Like, she didn't have much. Do you remember what comic book series she was a part? I kind of don't remember.
I think it was like a mini series or something like
that. Yeah, I think it was. I don't know if it was Relations one, that one. It was one of them. I know. I'm gonna read through all that again and probably end up.
I think he fought Kane in the miniseries, and I think she was in it.
I think she was in it. Like I feel like I should know more about it. I do, but I kind of forgot. You know what I mean? But we saw her in the Free Comic Book Day issue. Is when he went to pick her up, got her out of jail, and all that. So at least that's what I remember. But because I did read that before these issues came out.
Yeah.
So he comes in. She's there. He's like he's talking to Ben. So then they clean the whole place. He's talking about what's going on there, and then he's like, Janine, are you okay? She's like, it's just a lot different from where I was. So different. Because she was in jail, I guess. And she's like, and that makes me so happy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And he's like, well, get used to it. You're safe here. Everything's going to be okay.
It's okay.
He's like, you talk to him then. Talking about Peter, because he knew he was going to talk to Peter Parker. He's like, yep. He took it as well as he can be expected, I think. So you kind of say like he kind of like didn't like it, but he's trying to like make it nice, like he did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then some dude comes out of nowhere named Marcus, and he's like, let's keep the details to yourself. The less Beyond knows, the better. So Beyond Corporation is what they're talking about, and he's like, all business only for emergency. I need the big guy, the Bob looking fantastic, by the way. So I guess in whatever Janine did, it's looking fantastic. And Ben Reilly's going through therapy, as we saw in the Free Comic Book. Kafa is her name and all that. So they start talking about that whole thing and the challenge. Of course, Ben's like, Marcus, you're putting me to work again, huh? And then Janine's like, good luck, Ben Reilly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that whole scene, so that little scene was going on, and we go over. Meanwhile,
meanwhile,
we go over, and then MJ is like, how are you holding up, Tiger? You know what I mean? And he's like, not great. There's a lot going on. He's like, I know, come here, baby. That's pretty much what happens. You know what I mean? So he's trying to comfort him. She's trying to comfort him because he's still trying to get over the whole Harry Osborn thing. His best friend pretty much was alive again, and then like he lost him again, even though it was whatever he was, a clone, a droid clone, or whatever he ended up being. And so they're still trying to go through that, and then while he's like talking to that, he starts talking to her about Ben Reilly, and she's like, oh, Ben Reilly, hell no. No, he doesn't say it like that, but like she doesn't take it good. He's like, MJ, you okay? And she's like, I don't know. whenever he's around, things happen. None of them good. It's like, it's funny you should say that. And then bzz, bzz, he gets a buzz, and he gets a text, and the text goes, Cal, look like you may have a good excuse after all. Explosion at Empire State University. Unless this was you. So I'm guessing that's a student. So there's an explosion at the university. He tells her something at the Empire. And then Mary Jane's like, Peter, at some point, you're going to have to stop for 5 minutes and process everything that happens. You know that's right. And he goes, I guess, but not today. See you soon. And he starts swinging away, and she's watching him through the mirror, kind of like the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, homage for the movie and the movie homage to the comic. Keep going back and forth with it. So I thought it was pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Of course, every time, it always happens. Peter has a talk with MJ. There's always an interruption. So,
yeah.
Typical Spider-Man stuff that you love. And then at Empire State University, there's an explosion and all that, and there's these figures out of nowhere called the UFOs.
There you go.
Sam's gonna show the UFOs. So Sam, you gotta give me the 101 on the UFOs. Who are these people?
Okay, well, they are a group of like fairly smart people. Well, except for the big dude, he's not quite as smart. But anyways, they went up in a rocket. Does this sound familiar? They went up in a rocket, and they were exposed to cosmic radiation, and they came back down. Does this sound familiar? And they became these evil version of the Fantastic Four, and they have fought. Let me see here. They have fought the Hulk quite a few times. They have been involved in the nefarious things against the Avengers. They've been around, so they've never fought the Fantastic Four, and that's horrible. But anyway,
say that again. They were in Avengers.
They've fought against like the West Coast Avengers.
Okay.
They fought against the East Coast Avengers. So they've been around a bit. So
all right. Yeah. So basically, say West Coast. So they've been around since the 80s then.
The very early 80s, yes, like 1980. So
I've heard of them, but I didn't like. It's been a while since I've seen them. So when I saw it, I was like, sounds familiar. I bet Sam could tell me who they are. You know what I mean?
And you know what? If you wanna check out, and for some reason it's fairly cheap. I don't know why, but go check out Incredible Hulk 254 for their first appearance.
Nice 254, man. I'm gonna have to try to find that one now.
You definitely do need, and it's cheap. Get it while it's cheap.
So. Get it while it's cheap. You never know. Yeah. Oh, Sam's specking, bro.
I am specking about that. I am.
That's a good one, man. Like everybody's looking for those minor keys, you know.
Yeah.
Tom's like those nasty UFOs. I just want to say real quick, 62 station, the Cerebro station, my man. Who else? Somebody else pop up in here. I hope I didn't miss you. I think I got everybody that popped in.
Got anybody
lately?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get them again. Hopefully you guys comment again. But yeah. So these UFOs, new villain, which is pretty well, not a new villain, but new villain lately for the current times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I haven't seen them in a long time. So Spider-Man comes out of nowhere. He's like, Spider-Man always giving his jokes and stuff like that. And he's like, I'm glad you all here. We superheroes have been talking and decided someone had to tell you. You guys smell like there's a distinct odor and it's not good. And it's almost like one of you is made out of toxic gas. and one guy goes, that wasn't funny. The first time we heard it. He's like, first time? And then you see Ben out of nowhere lift a bunch of rubble, you know what I mean? Kind of like homage to that lifting story.
Amazing Spider-Man 33.
There you go, ASM 33. So it's nice when they do that every once in a while, you know.
Oh yeah.
So I'm pretty sure you thought that once you saw it too.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're sensitive about your body odor. Got it. And he's like, oh hey, pro tip: these guys do not think we're funny, not at all. So you know, he's his clone, so they pretty much gonna say almost the same thing, you know, because they almost think alike, even though they did have kind of different experiences throughout their life, the rest of their life, you know, at least Ben, you know, and Peter. So but he is still a clone of Peter Parker, so they're gonna say a lot of things, clever things that they think is clever. You know what I mean? Always pissing off the bad guys, and then one of them cursed like, "F this, we're overtime, let's go." And then the other person is like, "No, let's go," and they start fighting them. Boom, no, oh no, that's somebody else, but you know.
that's pretty cool how he stopped the big dude there.
There you go. Yeah, that's the one I was showing. Boom, he stopped him. Boom,
he stopped him.
Yeah,
that's kind of hard. That's kind of hard to do.
Yeah, so. Because Ben Reilly has an advantage over Peter Parker. He's got a better suit.
His
you
suit.
See that with the webbing.
He's got the Beyond Corporation backing him up, doing all kinds of stuff to make him prepare him for against anybody he goes up against.
Almost anything. So that's pretty much what happened. He has a better suit, and that's really, really important because out of nowhere, this guy goes, "It's time to finish this," and then you heard him, and then out of nowhere he goes, "Haha, you're gonna love this." Boom! A nuclear explosion. I don't know what. What's this guy's name? Because is he dead or can he come back to life? Or he just explodes as his power?
Who? Oh, you mean the kind of purplish looking dude?
Yeah. He looked a little bit like Dowsland from Street Fighter.
That is X-Ray.
Yeah. Can you show everybody that page?
Sure. There you go.
Boom! A big explosion.
Well, because he combines with the lady who can turn into gas, vapor. So.
All right. So that happens. You see him. Do you see that S word? Ha.
Yeah.
Like, Kirk. And then like Ben out of nowhere knocks him out because Ben's still up. Like the explosion kind of knocked him down a little bit, but he still got up. But not our guy Peter Parker.
Oh man,
he's all messed up and all that. And then one of them goes, "I think we made our point." And then that is where we're gone. Move, and they start moving. So those guys run away, and then Ben's like, "Peter, I don't think yours is just a normal suit. I didn't think yours is a normal suit." And then like Peter says he starts feeling pain inside and all that, and he's like, "Danger." And he's like, "Hold on." He's like, "Buddy, talk to me. That's what Ben Reilly's saying. And he's like, "Hold on, okay? Hold on." And it's like, "To be continued next week."
Man.
Total cliffhanger. So yeah, man. So what'd you think about this issue?
I liked it a lot. I thought it was pretty good, you know. Even though our boy went down, but hey, you gotta give it up for Ben. You know, he's
like I kind of dig stories like this. This is like a lot of old school superhero stories. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think people probably not used to this kind of storytelling a little bit. You know, they got used to just ranking on the last writer and all that. But because I think people not gonna get over like it's not gonna be a Peter Parker story, so they look like tuning themselves out to these stories. Just you know, you might like it, you know what I mean. And so far, I like this story, Ben Reilly. I thought it was well done, good story, a good start, and Primetime, a real American hero. Brother Joe is there. You'll be hearing from Wayne Foundation legal team, Herm. Taqi Station, man, thanks for joining us. But real quick before we rate it, there's a couple little mini stories. You have a story written by Kelly Thompson, art by Travell Foreman. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's Misty Knight and Colleen fighting a bunch of monsters and stuff like that, and because it's a big issue. And as they're fighting out of nowhere, they fight these monsters, they defeat them, and then they start talking, and out of nowhere, Ben Riley goes, interrupts them. You know what I mean? So this is basically telling us they're gonna have a team up, stuff like this. So what do you think about this team up? I like this little story. It's not much. It's not crazy good, but
I gotta say it came out of nowhere. But I'm down for it because these ladies are pretty badass. So.
Yeah, and Kelly Thompson's good with those kind of stories of bringing in characters people don't use too much from other, for whatever it is. Iron Fist is where I know this from the show and from the people don't want to know about the show, but from the comics and all that, you got the Luke Cage, Misty Knight and all that. So you pretty much, know these characters from them, so I like these characters. So I can't wait to see what this team up is about because these two are part of the Beyond Corporation. There's a reason why they're here.
Yeah.
That's why people are like, well, why are they there? That's why. And then that was the second story. And then the third story was about Dr. Kaffa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like they're doing an experiment on somebody.
Yeah.
And then it's not looking good. You remember what happened here? Because I really didn't reread this one, but even though it's not too long ago. But
well, I think it was like wasn't it like Electro's clone or something like that?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yes.
And,
it says right. Yeah, you're right.
And then here comes this young guy. He's coming in and he wants to talk to her about a very interesting subject called Ben Riley. So
so that's where I go. She gets the guy comes in, he's probably working for the corporation, and gives her the job of Ben Riley, this doctor, to consult with him. And then boom, so this doctor's gonna be part of the story. And then boom, turning next week. And then there's like a little story, like a little like don't miss Ben Riley Spider-Man. So I'm guessing is this gonna continue on the Spider-Man kind of name? Because it used to be it was Spider-Man, with Tom McFarlane one, and it continued on. Then it went to Miles Morales, and that continued on there into Miles Morales. They gave him Miles Morales Spider-Man his own title, so they stopped there.
Yeah.
They kind of like put Volume 3 to be the J.J. Abraham's son kind of thing. So technically that's Volume 3, even though it's not. And I think this is gonna be the real Volume 3, right? The Ben Riley Spider-Man. They show you a little bit of it.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna have I think, and it's a mini series. It's not an ongoing. I know some people thought it was ongoing. It's a mini series by J.M. DeMatteis, who was the writer over on Spectacular Spider-Man. And
well, I always pronounce it J.M. DeMatteis.
Okay, DeMatteis. I don't know. It's tomato. Okay,
whatever.
Come on.
So we got JMD back at it doing the Spider-Man title. So I'm pretty excited about that. You know what I mean? I do like his run, even though outside, like, he was end up being the scapegoat to everything that happened with the One More Day and all that. But I enjoy his run, and I'm pretty excited for this one. Hopefully, I'm a Ben Riley fan. If you're a Ben Riley fan, I think you'll enjoy this. If you're not, I understand. But we'll check it out, right? I don't know.
Definitely.
Maybe we'll cover it. Who knows? Maybe a side thing. But keep on keeping on. That it says coming in January. And, it shows him at Kaffa's office, and then he's leaving, and she's like, "Finally, he's gone. And then boom,
Yeah.
that's the end of that monster issue. So
Yeah.
good start. What would you rate this issue if you were gonna rate it? How many tangled webs you gonna give it?
I'm gonna go 4 out of 5 tangle webs.
4 out of 5 tangled web, and I was going to the same direction. 4 out of 5 backlog. What's a backlog? Well, I don't know, but I thought it was a good start, solid. You know, it wasn't like blow your socks off, like Vernon was saying. Well, not gonna blow your mind, but yo. Vernon, that was for you. But I still enjoyed it, and looking forward after reading this to the next issue, which you're gonna cover, and the issue is boom.
There you go.
Amazing Spider-Man 76, legacy number 877.
There you go.
So real quick, okay, we already went over everything. Your turn, Sam. So
Okay.
Zeb Wells, writer, Patrick Gleason, at the art again, my favorite artist, Spidey artist right now. And this is Beyond Chapter 2. And
Okay.
of course, like we showed, Spider-Man in deep trouble, deep dog doodle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
all right, man, go ahead. I'm gonna interrupt you no more.
Okay. We get Aunt May. She's getting a phone call. She doesn't know who it is. And maybe the voice sounds familiar, but we don't know. And the voice on the other line says, "Hey, this is Peter. I'm hurt, and I'm at the emergency ward." And then he hangs up. And she's like, "What? That wasn't Peter." So, and then we get Aunt May got with the call. Ben Riley is made the phone call because Peter's really hurt. This is a hard time, and he just kind of dropped Peter off, and he's got to be getting ready to leave pretty soon. And he got Mary Jane. Mary Jane's there. She's very upset, you know. And so they're gonna start operating on Peter because he's having a hard time. So Peter is having a hard time because he knows something is wrong, and he's fighting it. He's fighting something is going on in his body because of what happened the last issue. And then meanwhile we get at the Beyond Tower, we get Janine is there, and the guy is they're like, "What's going on?" He knows that he's supposed to be back. We lost track of him, and there he is. He's like, "Hey, I had to do something, you know, had to go offline a bit, had to do something." And this guy's like, "Hey, look, you know, this can't happen again. You know, you let those UFOs escape, and you know, after this rest period, you know, you gotta hang on. We gotta focus. You know, this is you're part of the company. You know, you gotta be part of this." And so then he's gonna have more talks with Dr. Kafka, of course, and Ben is a little bit down because he had a whole, you know, he had to drop off Peter, and he's still feeling upset about it.
He feels you know, like his brother, you know, it's his clone,
Yeah.
but you know, he feels for him, you know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and he already
And
feels. Keep going. We'll talk about it later.
okay. So, Aunt May's coming in, and she's very,
Uh-oh.
she's very upset, and
Peter.
yeah,
Peter.
something about radiation, and he's resting, but no, wait a minute, he is kind of awake, and he's like one at a time. I'm not a piece of meat, and Mary Jane's like, you're awake.
Yeah. He always does jokes like that from back in the Stan Lee,
Yeah.
Dicko era. So it's pretty cool that Zeb Wells throws that in there, you know.
Oh yeah. But he talks about what happened, because he got attacked by those UFO guys, and he clearly wasn't ready because he just has a normal suit, so he got hurt really bad, and then you got Mary Jane's like, oh, this meeting, your meeting with Professor Connors, you were in the wrong place at the wrong time, and then Aunt May wants to talk to this doctor right away, and she was like, I want a word with this doctor, and Peter's like, oh boy, you don't want Aunt May on a warpath here, watch out. And so meanwhile, there's a whole thing where Ben is there talking with Colleen and Misty, about being prepared for being more prepared the next time.
Oh, sorry.
Yes. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, it's just weird finishing this out without Spider-Man, without the other Spider-Man, and they got one guy back there. He's like, enough of that talk. There's no other Spider-Man as far as we're concerned. And Ben's like, this isn't right. And
well, the girls was like, easy, Marcus, have some respect.
Have some respect. Yeah. He's I don't know. I don't like this guy. Right off the bat, I don't like this guy.
What a jerk.
But so Ben Riley's like, you gotta give me 1 hour. Just give me 1 hour, okay? And so he takes off, and meanwhile, back at the hospital, we find out this doctor is stunned about Peter is alive after what he went through, and he says he must be half ox. And Peter is like, close. And he's like, I will be back with the report, the results. Better make sure he's still alive. And then Ben is back, and Mary Jane Mary Jane is not happy, okay, at all. And so Ben's talking to Peter, and hey, if you're gonna talk your way out of this, let's get those lips moving. If she starts swinging, I'm in no shape to stop her. And Ben's like, if I could take your place, I would, but I'm still on my feet, and it's the Spider-Man thing. I still want to do it. I think it's more important, but I've decided I can't do it without your blessing. And this is a big thing. I like this part.
Yeah. Remember,
Peter's like,
he still has Peter Parker's heart. You know what I mean?
that's true.
And
That's
he's
true.
Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Clone. So
I was glad to see this side of Ben because I was worried about that. And he didn't handle it right. I'm not. He's like, that's what he said. People. So I don't know how to ask. He's like, that's what my therapist says, at least. And then Peter's like, well, it's when you're around, it's hard. It really is. It feels like I'm being asked to share my life. And I don't know if there's enough of that to go around in the first place. And so eventually Peter says, you deserve to be Spider-Man. And he says, I'll be out of here in no time. You don't get too comfortable. And last thing, Ben, be amazing. And that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool,
Some cutting onions moment here.
We're gonna cut onions. And
I kind of like this moment. I was a little like cutting a little bit onion, like almost trying not to. Like it was pretty cool.
get a little choked up.
A little bit.
So, and then Mary Jane's like, I'd be mad at you right now if you weren't the sweetest man alive. And Peter's like, I just wanted for Ben to get out of earshot. And why is that? Because I can't feel my body. And you get help, somebody help, and Ben is feeling happy, but Peter is like in pain, and his body's shutting down. And the doctors are like, get his mouth open, because they gotta put something, like a ventilation thing or something. And Peter his body's shutting down. He's going into like a coma.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, the UFOs, they think they're all that and a bag of chips, and and then all of a sudden, we got the vapor lady. She gets taken out, and then it looks like the X-ray guy, he got taken out too. And then guess what? The one guy, the leader, he's like Spider-Man, and you see Ben say, hell yes, Spider-Man.
To be continued.
And guess what? That's the end of that issue.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool, but I don't want to give anything away for the next issue, but that's it for the UFOs. So
that's all, folks.
Yeah, but that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But,
yeah, I forgot to check the chat earlier, but Two Gun gave the last issue a 3.5. I'm guessing, so that's pretty good too. Anybody who's read this, you want to rate it, let us know in the chats. Two Gun is still around. Rate this one too. I'm gonna like this issue was another pretty good issue. I like a lot of people probably want to see more action, but that's gonna happen later. You know what I mean? They're trying to build to the story.
There you go.
Yeah. In the next cover, which I'm gonna show in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like they're trying to build this new, where everything's going. So like, there's a lot of talking. There's gonna be that in the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
I don't mind, some storytelling. You know what I mean? Like trying to set up for the future. You hoping, they keep it on and move along. So this one kind of did that too. You got a little more Ben Rally in this one. You have Peter Parker, understanding where Ben Riley was coming from and all that. Because remember, they're like alike. They're a lot alike.
Yeah.
Him being a clone, even though he's his own person now, he has a heart of gold, and that's what Mary Jane's like. Doesn't trust Ben at all, because everything that goes bad, she hated seeing him, and that's why he disappeared in the hospital. He left his phone there. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And then you see Aunt May come in there. She's yelling at the doctor and everything, like being what Aunt May would do.
She wants stuff happening right now. She wants Peter to get better.
Yeah. So that happens. So then they establish more the relationship between what's going on the Beyond Corporation and what's going on with him. And the whole situation with Peter, he just wanted to make sure, like, he started off so cocky, you know what I mean? And then, like, he just wanted to make sure, after everything that happened, he felt really bad. And he just wanted to make sure he was, good with it. You know what I mean? Like, God forbid if Peter would have died and he still had that feeling, that would have haunted him. Because he just wants his blessing to be Spider-Man again and to do what he got to do. And that's why Peter's like, you better be amazing. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm going to get you.
Definitely.
So, I enjoy this one. I'll give this one another 4.0. You know what I mean? Because excellent issue for me. I leaving room for improvement. Because once the action comes in, I do want to see more action. But I'm cool with it. They're building it. How do you feel? What do you rate it? I give it 4 backlogs. How many tangle webs you give it?
Okay. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 tangle webs, but I was not quite satisfied with the ending. So.
Right, because what part of the ending?
We only see part of the Ben taking out the UFOs. I don't know.
So you wanted to see more.
It ended on a cliffhanger. It just, I don't know.
So you wanted to see more fighting with them. That's what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Because you saw some fighting in the beginning, and then in the beginning of the first one, and then this one, and at the end. I guess they ran out of pages. I guess. So I guess. So you still give it a 4.0, so that's still pretty good. Room for improvement, but so far so good. You know what I mean? It's not nothing people gonna be like, oh, I hate this. But people have high expectations for Spider-Man book right now, and it's kind of like if this was an indie book, would people like it? That's always I ask myself, because like some of this writing reminds me a little bit of indie writing when it comes to the story part. You know what I mean? So which mentioning story part, I might as well mention this next one, because one of my current favorite writers right here. So right here, Amazing Spider-Man 77, Legacy number 878. You know what I mean?
You gotta love that cover. I like that cover.
Yeah, pretty dope cover right here. Pretty dope cover. You got like this is still Patrick Gleason, and then he's like, "Can we talk about this?" I'm going to take that as a no, because he's getting grabbed there and just getting ready to get stabbed and all that.
And that's Arthur Adams doing the covers there.
Oh, you're right. It is Arthur Adams.
Yeah.
And corrected. Thank you for correcting me. That is Arthur Adams. This is Kelly Thompson on the writing, and Sapucelli with the art.
Pretty awesome.
Sapucelli's art, a little bit of a downside compared to Patrick Gleason's.
Yeah.
A little bit, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's one particular. Well, we'll get there. There's one particular scene that I want to point out when you get to it. So.
All right. So, Kelly Thompson, real quick. I was excited to see her on this book. She knows like I was saying earlier, she knows how to write the side characters really well, blend them in with the main character. She's done that with the Captain Marvel series right now, which is very underrated. She knows how to write relationships. She's just really good at writing. She's got the whole work. She can write action. I mean, you see her through interviews. She kind of like says that's her weakness, but actually, she's pretty good in writing the action. She knows how to write the action. She knows how to put the comedic parts in there. She uses a lot of 80s, 90s type references, which I enjoy. Anybody from that time would enjoy that. I really enjoy her writing. I really a lot of I've heard some people say this one's a little wordy, but this is Kelly Thompson's first Amazing Spider-Man book on here, so she's gonna explain a lot of things. But anybody read the Black Widow? Her Black Widow is amazing, which is probably her best book.
She did Spider-Woman.
What happened?
Didn't she do Spider-Woman for a while?
No, she did. I don't remember her doing Spider-Woman. She did Kate Bishop's Hawkeye, which is freaking phenomenal. Yeah. I love that series so much. That's what made me fall in love with her writing. She's done Sabrina and the Teenage Witch, which was pretty damn good in the Archie books. So she did Mr. and Mrs. X. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, I remember. Okay, I remember
that series and all with them getting married. So I freaking enjoy her writing. She knows how to write couples. She knows how to write groups. She does a little bit of everything so well. So I'm so glad she's on this book. Hope people give her a chance. Like not just this issue. Next week will be the next issue, 78. And I wouldn't be mad if she wins the job and she ends up being the main Spider-Man writer. Will be good for her. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you familiar with Kelly Thompson's writing?
Here and there a little bit, but you know, she's still on the rise. So I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
She's gonna keep going great. You know.
Yeah. So they might not give it to her, but I'm hoping they do. I'm hoping like she catches some fire. They might give it to Zeb Wells. Zeb Wells is a good writer too, like some of his stuff. So everybody's talking about this other person. Maybe one of these writers, Saladin Ahmed, is gonna have the next two after this. So after next week's. So which I think his series with Miles Morales is underrated too. But we'll get to him when his books come. I'm gonna start covering Kelly Thompson's Amazing Spider-Man 77. So Sam, I don't know. Sam might not like because the last one had a little cliffhanger of them taking out the UFOs. I think that's done with them, you know, because out of nowhere he's getting attacked. He's getting shot at. You know what I mean? Ben Reilly in his suit, and he starts looking at like, what is going on here? He's getting punched and all that, and it's him training with I don't know if you want to show the thing, Misty Knight and Colleen. You know what I mean? He's like, why are you shooting at me? Let me
you getting
he's like bing boom pew pew
yeah.
He's like, why y'all shooting at me? And the Colleen's like, I'm not shooting at you. And he's okay, why are you swinging that sword at me? So they're pretty much going through a training, which kind of fun. I kind of like that. So nice Sarah Pichelli, I guess, in the art, which is still pretty good. I mean, I like Patrick Houston Brady, but it's not bad art, you know what I mean?
Not bad.
So Sarah Pichelli's a good artist. After them, it goes to I guess their computer room where he's talking with. At the beginning, she's like a shadowy figure in the back, and he's like, he's moving well today, Marcus, and he's like, I don't know, I think they might have his number, and it was like, wasn't that the idea? Give him a challenge, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna do the whole thing, but they both gloating about him and all that, and he's being a little Marcus. He's being a little negative towards him, and then she's being like, nah, I like what he's doing. And then she's like, well, shut it down. So practice is over. It says, Maxine Danger, head of superhero department for the Beyond Corporation. So she's the head cheese up in here. Is she new in this? Is this like her first appearance, or she's been around before? Do you know?
I think this is her. I think this is her first appearance. I believe.
There you go, guys. Spec book. We're doing specking all over this show, huh?
So,
Sam was specking earlier. She gave us the goods. Now we specking. had to drink me a little tea right now. But yeah, so she's like, ladies, gentlemen, sorry to interrupt, but Ben needs to be off to his next appointment, and you two need to head over to the tech and training. He's like, why is that? And she's like, we need your outfits with Beyond Tech before we can approve you for the file for the field. Shouldn't take long. She's like, sure. So I'm guessing, like, I thought they were already in there, but I guess not. So they're gonna get their own kind of suit, tech, stuff like that. Just like Ben Riley, so they could be a team, like, you know, the dynamic three, I guess. So
yeah.
so you know, it was like, yeah, sure, you know, and then they're like, you will not escape so easily tomorrow, Ben Riley. And he's like, thanks, guys. So they're like talking trash already, like they're gonna whoop his butt tomorrow, training and stuff like that. And then of course, Maxine's like, walk with me, Ben. Of course, Ben's like, yeah, okay, we'll see you tomorrow with the other guys. And then they start walking through the laboratory. There's like experiments happening all over, like drones and top and all that. And she's like telling him, you know, I don't have a lot of off time. I got an appointment with Kafka, he says. And she goes, Kafka can wait. I was like, oh, okay. He's like, okay, man. And then of course, there's one experiment with like this weird bug dude, and the scientist is right there, and he's looking at it like, what? So there's a lot of weird shit going on. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she's like, I won't bore you, but you are a big investment. She says he's a big investment. They're investing a lot into the Spider-Man. He's the big investment of being a superhero and all that. And then you know, as he's going through the laboratory and seeing these weird experiments going, he's like, I need to know I can trust you. You shut down your suit a couple of times. Communication, we couldn't see where you were doing. And he's like, yeah, because, you know, I had to do some things, you know. And she's like, no excuses. We need to surveillance you 24/7. So that's kind of like the bad part of, like, I guess all the money he's going to get working for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want 100% 24/7 surveillance on him. So I'm here thinking, ooh, that's not good. How about like in his downtime? You know, when he's with his lady. You know what I mean?
How's he supposed to have some personal time with his lady? Come on.
Like, I don't know about that. Like in that personal part, can he turn it off? You know what I'm saying? When they like put your wow in the other room, you know what I mean?
Wow.
I don't know. Like that's quickly what I thought. You know, I know I'm going off the rails right now, but so he's like, you know, I take it whenever opposite of lightly, but you know, I don't take this job lightly. I do want to do serious. I do want to prove you guys, you know, that I'm the right guy for this job. I just sometimes I need some time off. And she's like, no, we're paying you. Leave that thing on. I don't want to see it ever again. Not those exact words, but that's pretty much what she's telling him, right?
Yeah.
But so they keep going and all that, and then you see more experiments. You see this weird pendant looking rat going after little mini donuts and cupcakes, and one falling, and it was like, what's going on? It's a laboratory, you know what I mean?
Yeah, this is a crazy laboratory. What's up?
What happened?
It's a crazy lab.
Yeah. Super crazy lab. So she's just pretty much telling him, I don't know. Are you that serious? Are you Spider-Man? Because I don't know. And he's like, I am Spider-Man. And it's like, that's exactly what I needed to hear, Ben. Well done. Enjoy therapy. So this talk was pretty much, she was trying to tell him, you know, cut it out. Stop turning off your communications.
Yeah.
They want to know everything. So especially while he's in the field. Well, after that therapy, he goes towards the therapist, Dr. Kafka. You know what I mean? And she's like, you seem a little distracted. And then he's like, Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to talk with Maxine. She was being a real, you know what I mean? Not exact words, but you know what I'm saying. And he's like, and she's like, yeah, she's pretty intimidating. And he's like, talk about understatement.
Yeah.
But you know, it's her job. You know, so she's doing the corporate thing. It's her job. You know, that's what she does. You know, you got, you know, everybody has a job to do, and you know, she has to do it. She's the boss.
Yeah.
She's looking out. You know, like it's your job to do what your job. It's my job to be a doctor. You know,
Yeah.
to look after you and stuff like that. But you know, we could talk about that later. She says, and you know, and all that, and then he's like, I'd rather just go. I got stuff I want to do and stuff. Uh, and she's like, obviously, it looks like it went pretty well and all that. So we'll talk more in the future. You know, and he starts talking about the other day about him having a dream, and then he's kind of talking about Uncle Ben, him and Spidey, and he's the clone, so they got almost the same memories. They got the same memories.
Yeah.
He starts talking about, well, me and my friend was talking about like when our uncles when we were little and all that. He used to take us out and stuff like that. And in the middle of this conversation, out of nowhere, he was like, but after that, I don't remember the rest. It's like a blackout. Like he, for whatever reason, he's not remembering most the rest of the story that he was gonna tell. He's like, don't you think that's kind of weird? And she's like, I don't think, you just been very stressful where everything happened with what happened with Peter and everything. So just have some rest. You know what I mean? Like, okay. So right here, Kelly Thompson planting the seeds.
Something's there.
Something there with him losing his memory and all that. Like, remember, he was resurrected a million times. So so who knows how much of that he brought back with him. So so that's pretty much the gist of that conversation, which I enjoy that conversation. So like I said, I love Kelly Thompson's writing, and as long as she's writing it, like, I'm all in. So meanwhile, when I say meanwhile, I'm gonna take a quick sip. And I did notice some new people. Ruthie, Station, Sleepy, Station, thanks for joining us. Aiko Lee. Hey everyone. But yeah, so keep on keeping on. We go to the McCartney Medical Center where Peter is at, and May is like yeah, he's gonna be in a coma for a while. He's in a coma now. Maybe you should go get some rest, Aunt May. And she's like, listen, when I left, he ended up in a coma. He wasn't in a coma. like if she was there, it would never happen, right? What are you gonna do, right? So so she starts saying, Mary Jane, can't you like talk to your connection? You were Hollywood, you're a Hollywood actress and stuff like that. Can't you like make connection with anybody out there to get some, kind of get some like extra medical help, bring extra money to try to help him out, wake him up faster or something, because she doesn't know about his powers. And even though he's in a coma, his powers might come back and help him heal. You know what I mean? We all know he's gonna wake up again. But Mary Jane probably knows this, and even though she's worried about him, she's trying to calm down. Aunt May's like, Aunt May, you just need to calm down. I tried all these connections. I tried talking with everybody. And she's like, how about Dr. Strange? And she's like, well, he's kind of busy because he died. You know what I mean? At least the death of Dr. Strange, which I'm not reading right now. Reading that one?
Death of Dr. Strange.
Which I might pick up. Like, I keep hearing how good it is. But
you need to jump on that bandwagon.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of books I'm already reading, so that's why I had to stop some. But this week was a light week, so maybe I'll go back and pick it up. But for Marvel, light week for Marvel. But keep on keeping on. Then she's like, how about Tony Stark? And then she's like, yeah, he kind of busy too. So Tony Stark doing his own thing. You know what I mean?
Check out Iron Man.
He's like, check out Iron Man. Where Ben and Misty's at. You know what I mean? So he's kind of helping out some other parts. So she's like, but that's when MJ's like, just calm down, go home, get some rest. He's like, I'm not getting any rest. But I am gonna call my. I got some people I can call, and I'm just like, who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
But
Now, okay, now we're getting to the part
oh, you're getting
where
to the
I
part.
had a problem with the art.
Is it the part that they're still talking?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I know what you're gonna talk about, but you could show it. Let me get right there. Like Aunt May looks weird.
She looks like a Muppet. Uh, I don't know how to say this.
A Muppet.
Her mouth is just, I don't know. She looks like a Muppet, like a thing there. Like,
It's almost like Sarah Pacelli is trying to over her or something, you know, over age her.
her bottom lip is just, and I'm like, it took me out of the story a bit. So,
okay. Yeah, I knew you were gonna go there. Once I saw the page, like, oh, this is what he's talking about. You know what I mean? But I agree. That was like, whew, not very good. But
what?
keep on keeping on. You know, he's like, May, don't do anything crazy. And May's like, I'm just going to make a couple of house calls. And she's like, to who? Don't you worry about it, dear. May, whatever you're doing, be careful. Peter will never forgive me if something happens to you. And she goes, I'll take angry Peter over comatose Peter any day, Mary Jane. And she's like, me too. And then she's like, please come back to me, Peter. You know what I mean? And then you see a black cat, kind of like Perry, lurking in the outside of the window, peeking in. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just like Perry. So when he's peeking in. And what do you think that's about? Like, I'm pretty excited because this Kelly Thompson, she's gonna bring in characters like that related to Peter Parker. So bringing her in,
I am excited. Yeah.
Yes, I can't wait to see what she does to bring her in. And who knows? Maybe she writes Catwoman, Black Cat.
Whoa.
Yeah, in the future, I would love for her to write Catwoman too, but keep on keeping on. So that's pretty interesting seeing her in the outside looking over in because she heard about Peter. So you know, like she still has love for Peter Parker, Spider-Man more, but she learned to love Peter Parker throughout the years. So you know, even though she loved Spider-Man more. Meanwhile, I take another sip. What's the name? Janine comes out of nowhere. And Ben comes home. He's like, hey, I didn't expect you home. He's like, I had a little time after Kafka wanted to see you. He's like, I'm never going to get over you, therapist, being named Kafka. But pretty much he tells her, well, after the talk with her, with everything that happened with you know, obviously Peter, you know, he's been stressed. He was offered to take a couple of nights off. So he's like, I'm gonna have, you know, some time with you. We can have dinner. You know what I mean? We're going to do the lambada and stuff like that. You know, I'm like, dun, 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 dun. No, I'm just kidding. That's not what they said. But she was like totally expecting you to come home half cockroach one day. And he goes, so then I'll be half man, half cockroach. He's like, I was thinking more like half spider, half cockroach. And he was like, oh, so just go with the no percent man? And she's like, yeah, that's the most troublesome part, right? And he's like, oh, for sure. A huge percentage of my problems are caused by the man parts. I was just like, oh, shit. That's kind of true, you know what I mean? And she's like, exactly. I think maybe I've just solved all our problems. You know what I mean? Woo. That's personal between them. Take it to your room, you know what I mean? Even though they technically are. He's like, no problems. I love it. So, like, they're having a good... This is what I mean about Kelly Thompson with the couples. Yeah. She knows how to write couples and all that. And I love the little jokes and stuff like that, the little puns and all that. So, but she starts telling them, I don't know. Like, before she was in jail, you know what I mean? And then here, she's not in jail, but she feels like she's still caged up in this room. You know, and he's like, hey, it could be worse. You could be back at that other place. At least here you got your own things and all that. You know what I mean? And this is just to protect you because they have surveillance everywhere because he is the current Spider-Man. If someone tries to get him, they don't want them to attack her trying to get him. You know, especially if they ever find out the secret identity of this particular Spider-Man. So he tells her that, then he gets called back, you know what I mean, to do a job. He's gonna go to the vortex again, and he starts talking to it. He goes, "I love you," and then he's like, "Voice activated, signature activated, body sent, electromagnetic." So they have all these kind of like security to get him out of there. And she's like, "I love you too." You know what I mean? That love going on. And then the next part's like somewhere in Midtown.
Meanwhile,
there's a little vampire guy coming out of nowhere. Was probably a little excited.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Some dude who's going to be having his own film in January pops up.
Which the full trailer just came out, so that's pretty. I'm pretty excited. I want to see how that turns out. You know,
that was an awesome trailer.
It might be good, yeah. I still would rather see Spider-Man in it, but Morbius, I think they could get away with it with Morbius. Yeah. Especially they took that one seriously. Hopefully that's pretty good. But keep on keeping on with the issue. Morbius is in the alleyway, and he's like, "What is going on?" And he's like, Morbius, Michael, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? And he's like, "Spider-Man." And then, you know, they start attacking. He starts attacking. They're fighting. He's doing everything he can, and he's doing all the talking, and he's doing all the attacking. And he's trying to stun him, use the webbing. Nothing's working. Morbius seems stronger than ever, you know, breaking through the webs and all that. And then he punches him, thinks he knocks him out with the webbing. Well, I jumped the gun a little bit. He put him in the webbing, think he got him in the ropes. He's breaking out of the webbing, and while he's doing that, Spider-Man going over the side and see a bunch of doctors everywhere. It looked like they've all been bitten and drank. You know what I mean? You know that you want to show that? And then boom, out of nowhere. Well, actually, you kind of jumped the gun a little bit, but
oh, sorry.
Out of nowhere, Ben Parker has the question marks, and he gets the spider senses jingling. Jingling. What? Tingling. There you go. Jingling. What's jingling? Anyway, I set myself up to that. Where's JT? But out of nowhere, he goes too late, and then the picture you just showed, you can show it again now.
Okay.
He starts biting into Spider-Man, and he's like, "Forgive me." Can't break his grip. Not before. This can't be happening. To be continued. So it's looking like he's gonna get drunk by by Morbius. And then the next issue,
Morbius. Halloween action. Right?
The Halloween After, which is pretty cool. That's gonna come out next week.
Yeah.
So we got Morbius, and there was like a reference to the last series he was in, you know, that miniseries.
Yeah.
Which was pretty good. They ended up canceling it because I think they made it ongoing, but then they ended up canceling it. So, what are you gonna do? But I thought that series was pretty good. I enjoyed reading that series. But what do you think about this particular book? You know what I mean? I enjoyed it. Kelly Thompson, I love her so much. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way the drawing is, I'm not gonna deduct too many points, but I'm gonna add another half a point. I'll give it a 4.5 backlogs. Yes, I'm a little biased, Kelly Thompson, but I enjoy her writing. I thought this was one of the better issues of the three. Things start to cook here. There is a lot of talking in the middle of it, but I enjoy this one more than the first two. How many Tangle Whips do you give it?
I give it 4 out of 5 Tangle Whips.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna deduct points because of that one part, but it was just one part.
No,
you know, sorry, Shelly. Still a good.
Hey, you got Morbius in. You got Morbius in there.
Got Morbius in there. You got some Black Cat action.
Great character development.
Yeah. Characters with Misty Knight and then Colleen. I love the cast. I love the cast.
Yeah,
you know
Black Cat showing up. But also, I think Aunt May is gonna make some some very interesting phone calls. I think we're going to see somebody that Spider-Man does not like.
A certain other doctor with a lot of arms.
Yes, yes.
Which they always have a history.
Yeah.
Real quick, I saw a couple of new members up in here. I think I saw Chamorro in here somewhere. I can't find you right now, but Station, my man, if you're in here. Oh, there you go. Station Manny, hope you're feeling good. Get some rest up there. He hasn't been feeling good lately, but we appreciate you. Morbius Comics. We talking about Morbius. He just popped some in the chat. You talking about me?
Yeah, Morbius. Hey.
Morbius was definitely in the end of that issue, but it wasn't Morbius Comics, you know, or maybe it was. But we got the fabulous one up in here. Station, my man. Hope you had a wonderful. Well, work is work, right? But he was working today. Thanks for popping in. Hardcore Station. Bobby's still in the house. You know what I mean? 62 Station. He's laughing. It's pretty funny. Big Herm. Yeah, Sam. Miguel Pooh, Station, my man. Thanks for joining. I appreciate all you guys joining. I hope you got to hear some of that. I hope
nice.
You enjoy our little storytelling while we read the books. We enjoy. I understand like how people don't enjoy the Spider-Man books like us. It's almost like Spider-Man's our favorite. So if it's good, it's gonna be really good. I guess you gotta level it up in that kind of way. But that doesn't mean like it can't be really good for other people. We grew up like I grew up with Ben Reilly, so I enjoy Ben Reilly. I think you enjoy Ben Reilly too. So we both love the Scarlet Spider. So it's a good break from everything that happened in the Peter Parker world. So and obviously with a good team up, it's gonna be a lot of good like old school Marvel team up kind of issues. So I'm gonna enjoy it. I can't wait for the next issue next week, and then next month we'll cover the next 3 issues, which I think is December 1st. I don't have the I already have the thumbnail already made, but I don't have it on here yet. But Sam, so overall you thinking Spider-Man Beyond, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping that I'm hoping that Peter gets better, and if you caught any of the stuff that's happening in the future, it's gonna get crazy with another Spider-Man is gonna be in there.
Yeah, so Sam's already specking about future people coming in.
Yeah, I got to.
You got to. He's specking with Sam. Sam was specking all show, man. Phable, you be proud of him. He's specking all show.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. I can't wait to do the next issue. And before we go to my favorite part of the show, I do have to promote next week. We're finally doing it after a couple of months hiatus it took. But YouTube team up featuring movie review. Sam Rogers is back. You know what I'm saying? We're doing Civil War the movie. You know what I'm saying? I got to see it before, so probably watch it again. Probably try to take some notes. But are you excited about this one? Finally, we're doing the movie.
I'm totally excited. I love that movie.
Yeah, that's a fantastic movie. I enjoy the heck out of it. We all Spider-Man got in there. I love Ant-Man in there and everything. I love so much fun with that movie. One of my favorites in the MCU. Yeah. So we're covering that next week. But guys, you guys know what it's time for. We still have a little time for this before ComicKings comes on with Missing Link. But you guys know what's coming up. You guys know I love it. You guys know I gotta have it. You know what I mean? Yeah, Sam, you know what this is. You know what I'm saying? That beautiful sight.
Oh, look at that.
Show and tell. Awesome, beautiful sight. Which I missed it last week. We didn't get to do it. So this week we do. And Sam, I'm gonna go first.
Yeah.
Maybe you could gear up.
First.
I don't have a whole lot, so I'm just gonna show it right now. You know what I mean?
All right.
And give myself the floor, and Sam, you get ready. And I'm gonna give myself the solo app. So what's going on, everybody? I hope you enjoyed that review. This is the show and tell version of the show, which we didn't get to do last week. I'm pretty excited about everything we're doing here in the Whiplash Wednesdays. Hope you guys get to see Brandon and Missing Link next. I don't know if they have a guest, but we'll get to find out next. But first of all, I wanted to show my new Blu-ray. Was actually a present from my mama. She was on here earlier. We both always either go to the movies. Weren't able to see this one because of the pandemic and all that. We weren't able to go to the theater and see it, but we always go to the theater every time there is either one of these characters. And she got me the Godzilla versus Kong. So the Blu-ray, you know what I'm saying? I enjoyed this movie. I thought it was really good.
Yes.
I like Kong, you know, the whole emotion with the little girl and all that. That reminded me of Mighty Joe Young with the girl. It kind of gave me that kind of view. I mean, I know Sam knows about Mighty Joe Young.
Yep.
My mom loves King Kong and Mighty Joe Young, and then I love Godzilla. So we both kind of clash. This our clash. We both clashing on this one because I'm rooting for Godzilla. She's rooting for King Kong. But we both love both Godzilla, King Kong. So that's pretty much when we ever see them in the movies, we go to see that. This is, of course, the slip kind of broke a little bit, so I got to glue it back. What's up with the slip, man?
But at least you got the slip. You got the slip.
What happened, Sam?
No, I was saying at least you got the slip.
I got the slip. Yeah, I got to fix it, but I still got the slip. But
there you go.
Anybody in the chat watch this movie, enjoy it? I don't know. Sam, did you ever see this movie?
Do I have what?
You ever seen this movie?
Yep.
Did you like it?
I love it. Yeah.
Nice. Good answer. Good.
I gotta say I'm more of a fan of Godzilla over King Kong.
Yeah, me too. I love them both because I grew up watching them all the time. But I'm a more fan of Godzilla too. That's why me and my mom clash. Yeah. She's the Godzilla. She's the King Kong fan. I'm the Godzilla fan.
Okay.
You know, the whole thing from back in the day. I got this as another present. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I was so surprised to see it because I didn't know if I was gonna ever see it, but it was a present too. Right. Boom! Got me some Galvatron. Phable, you proud of me? Well, it was a gift, but you know, you probably would have got it for me. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
You know, a nice little birthday present. I wanted to show it for a while.
Wow.
But you know, Galvatron, he's got one too. This one was coming with the little the Matrix right there from the movie. Okay. Stuff like this. Is not an 86 version, but I'm gonna be opening them eventually. I don't know if I'll probably do a video on opening these boxes because I do want to open them, transform them, because that probably be just a video, so I can pop up some more videos on my feed. But love me some Transformers and freaking Galvatron 86. Anybody knows me, the Transformer 86 movie, one of my all-time favorite, probably my all-time top 5, to be honest with you.
Nice. If
I have to throw it in there, because I really enjoy. I've seen it so many times. Cryo, I knew I'll get him one day. Fire, thank you. That's our toy man right there.
Cool.
Big Herm, can you just bring the kids over and shop in your house? Yeah, right. Collection. Yeah, everybody's saying Godzilla. Yeah, exactly. But love me some Galvatron. I hope our Fable's proud of me. You know what I mean? I got me a Galvatron. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get every character. But I try to get, you know, as much as I can. This one was a present, so love that. And this one I pre-ordered months ago. Last but not least, I'm gonna open it. I don't know if I should open it here, because a lot of people are like, don't open it, resell it. It's gonna be worth a lot of money. But I really love it. It's one of my favorite series. Everybody knows my favorite in this series. Everybody knows what it is. I got me my own right here. Something's killing the trigger. Something killing the children. Hardcover. You know what I'm saying? This is the slip edition. You know what I mean? I had to get it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I pre-ordered this like 4 or 5 months ago. I got mine later than a lot of people, but as long as it came in, I got like mine was a little bit ripped in the top anyway, but I was gonna open it anyway.
Yeah.
And always proud of you, Big Herm. Thank you. We're covering it in 3 weeks. The 86 movie. Yes. Kind of my idea. I like to steal that idea. Thank you very much. Dope. Yeah. So sick. Something Skin of Children, my favorite indie book. Everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? It's the first 15 issues, and I'm gonna open it right here in front of everybody. Cause I'm pretty sure a lot of people didn't open theirs. If they're specking, you know what I'm saying? Sam, I know you heard of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm gonna throw you in here, on the side.
Whoa.
Right here, while I open this. Unless you were trying to get your stuff still, but
No.
You didn't get this hardcover, did you, Sam?
No. I'm just collecting the single.
No. Do you have all of them?
Yep.
I want me the mask with this on it. You know what I'm saying?
I want that mask too. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see anybody in the chat. You know where to get the mask? Because I want the mask.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to. If you have the link somewhere, just send it to me. DM me so I could buy me a mask because I want me a mask. But this is the hardcover that comes originally like this, and then this comes with the slipcase. But Something's Killing the Children, which this is an important book too because it helped get me live again. Chamorro Cinema is up in there. When I went live, we covered volume 2. We did it for like 2 minutes, but we covered volume 2 of this. Issues, I think, what was it? Issues 6 through 10. So, yeah. So now I get this whole thing. I don't know if I'm gonna freaking read it off of here. But
I think it's just issues 1
people are like, you
15.
shouldn't have opened it. You could have got yourself a lot of money. You know what I mean? But I just love it so much. You know what I mean? I don't know. I might sell the original floppies, which is gonna be hard to do because, like, I'm never gonna get an AF-15, and I actually got Something to Kill the Children, which is my favorite indie book. So it looks gorgeous, guys. Gorgeous. That's how the book front looks.
Nice.
You know what I mean? This is the Amazing Collector Edition show preview. You know what I mean? But love Erica Slaughter, and I'm all caught up with Something's Killing the Children. I'm enjoying all of the art and all that. I just love it, man. So right here, anybody got this with the slip? If you didn't get it with the slip, it's okay as long as you got yourself a copy. I had to get me a slip one. Now I'm trying to put it back in there. That's what she said, right, guys? But right, Something Killing the Children, one of my favorite all times. I love it. I can't wait for the next 15 issues, volume 2 of this. That's not gonna happen for a long time. But I love this. I love.
I think they're on a break or something.
What happened?
I think the series is kind of like on a break or something.
Yeah. They took the Something Killing the Children on a break. I mean, and then House of Slaughter is gonna happen. I don't know if James Tynion is gonna write that. He's taking a break. He's doing the whole Substack stuff. So we do have the House of Slaughter stuff. So he wrote that one. So maybe they're just taking a break from the title. But I hope to see more because I love the hell out of that thing. So I don't know. Maybe volume 2 is gonna have 16 through 20, and then have the House of Slaughter stuff. Maybe they put it all together on a hardcover. That's what some of them do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, throughout all the second and third series, they end up munching them in those volumes. So who knows? But I hope everybody enjoyed me opening that one. A lot of people are like, "Oh, no, Herm, you can resell that." Well, what are you gonna do, right? So real quick, I want to see who else show and tell is now and get it over so we can throw down tomorrow. Yeah, get it over now, right? No show and tell tomorrow. No show and tell. Dope people. Always sick. Thanks. I hope everybody enjoyed that little opening. But Sam, your turn. What do you got for us this week?
Okay, I got some pretty decent stuff, you know. I'm going to show you these books I picked up today. I got the X-Men Legends number 8. And, you know, you got to have a good Wolverine Omega Red Throwdown. There you go. I'm on the new Dark Hawk here, you know. So, uh, so yeah, it's only a mini series. So, then we got, look at that. Yeah,
Amazing Fantasy.
there you
Yes.
go.
I have been picking them up, Sam. I know you're disappointed at me.
This was the only copy on the show, and I snatched it. And then look at this one. Oh,
Nice.
right?
Nice.
Yeah. This is the
Hey, ain't that guy dead?
yeah. This is Death of Doctor Strange Avenger. And then you got to get your Strange
Yes.
Academy.
Yes.
The Death of Doctor Strange. Right? And then everybody don't have a cow man, but had to get.
Yes. Wow. Another indie title, Sam?
Come on.
Holy smokes. I'm proud of you.
Are you happy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Scotty Young. You can't go wrong with Scotty Young.
And then finally, and this is only just a little snippet because you got to wait and see the rest of the stuff I got on my show on Friday. But I'm going to show you one thing that I got, the back issue.
Oh,
Look
nice.
at that.
John
Like
Romita.
that? Yep. I don't know if you can tell what that is. There you go.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice, Sam. I think I missed out on that one, so that's a nice cover, man.
So I was hanging out with Primetime Tom, and we went Comic Con.
Yeah, y'all just went crazy. You know what I mean? You and Tom, man. I don't know. We gotta have to separate you two because when you guys go hunting, you guys go all out. You know what I'm saying?
We do. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So yeah, man.
It.
Comic Kings. Speaking of Comic Kings, he's up next. Their show is gonna be as soon as I find the damn thumbnail right here. Crisis on Infinite Realms: How to Create a Successful Relaunch. So they're gonna talk about all these relaunches, New 52 Rebirth, the soft relaunches of the Marvel, I guess, and all that. Missing Link up in there. Everybody knows Missing Link, man. We all know my man Missing Link. You know what I'm saying? With where he changed his picture. If it's he looks like The Weeknd now. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm gonna away. So yeah, so like that show is up next. Guys, check out Nick's Comic Culture, his haul, see what he got, and to get you ready for the Nick at Night. Of course, chatting with the community with Caroline was amazing with TM Nerdy. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I did my AOK, Darth Timo. You know what I'm saying? That was a lot of fun. Thank you, Mr. Tyler. Fantastic call. Checked out that AOK. That was did you get to see that video?
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't got to see it yet. So.
Oh man. All right, man. I'm gonna show you what I got
later.
After this ends. Anybody want to see that? Go see the video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we got that, and of course, I do have my whole video. I'll probably do it on Sunday. Probably be a prime time before the Rock and Robbie live show. I think it returns this Sunday because tomorrow is gonna be a special day. Tomorrow will be the live on YouTube Everything Wrestling Talk in November to remember with Brother Joe and Sam's Tangle Web's gonna be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
6 p.m. Eastern, November 4th. Gonna be a whole lot of fun. We talked a lot about it earlier. I hope everybody joins us. You know what I'm saying? Biggie Shack, I see you on there. You want to be on it? Let me know. I'll probably just shoot you link anyway on the DMs. Anybody want to be there? You don't have to be the whole show. Probably 10, 15 minutes a person. Try to bring as many. I don't know how many people are gonna be in there. Hopefully, a big battle royal. Everybody gonna be eliminated. You know, like something like that. And then and then of course next week, Sam, we're covering Civil War. We talked about it earlier. So November 10th, talked about earlier. So keep on keeping on. That's it, guys. That's all we got this week. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sam, you have fun this week?
Yeah.
Go over to my man, Comic Kings, Quest Infinite Rant. We always do good. Let me see the chats real quick. Y'all still rolling? Yeah, we are. The Bin Man is here. Station, what Spider-Man issue on Big Herm's t-shirt full screen? I like what you did there. And because you very smart with it. I've shown this shirt before. I think you've seen it before. This is the Amazing Spider-Man after Gwen died.
Dang.
122. You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty awesome shirt there, buddy.
And then Sam has the Spider-Man shirt. You know what I mean?
This shirt.
We've seen this one before from the video game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's what we got. Who was it? NWO for life. Yes. Manny saying what's up. So guys, JT, see you there tomorrow, brother. See you there, JT. John Thomas. So guys, till next time, till tomorrow, be there. Join us. 10 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, whatever you can give us.
It's gonna be a busy day tomorrow.
Busy day. Got me and then Brandon's interviewing Leah Williams after our show. So can't wait for that. So Whiplash Wednesday is not over, guys. Go over to Comic Kings. Brandon, missing link is up over there. And Sam, anything you want to add?
Well, I'm gonna be on Discovery Bay's morning show.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Yes. Wow.
You know. So, and then I will be later on. I will be on the wrestling show with you and Brother Joe. So tomorrow's pretty much Whiplash Wednesday gets extended another day. You know what I mean? Yeah.
We're all the crew. Cause Sam is the backlog, bro. What is that? You know what I'm saying? Sam.
We don't know.
He's part of us. You know what I'm saying? Sam, thank you so much for joining me. Of course, like the thing says in the bottom, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ding that bell for notifications for future videos, and see you guys in the morning, hopefully, on JB Discovery Bay. With Sam being on there, and of course tomorrow evening for that wrestling show with me and Sam. Till next time, guys. Like I always say, station to all of you. Much love. Read your books whenever you get it. Love you all. Yes. You dropped the link for me. Thank you, my man Brandon. Go over there. Check him out. What else? I don't know how to end this sometimes because I just love talking to you guys. I love this day. See you next time. Station. Peace out.